Let me ask you something. Do you actually have to give up all your favorite food just to get lean? Do you need a perfect meal plan? Or to cut out sugar completely? Or eat chicken and rice every single day like a robot? Because here's the truth. Most guys overcomplicate fat loss, thinking that they need to eat perfect 100% of the time, track every gram correctly, and then avoid fast foods completely. But I've found a better way. One that actually works and doesn't make you miserable. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact diet trick that I use to transform my body in just 3 months while still eating the food that I love. Yes, even junk food sometimes. What I actually track to make this works, because no, you don't need to track every single macros like a bodybuilder. And I'll walk through a full day of eating that you can copy or just tweak on your own goals, even if you're just starting out. So if you ever thought about wanting to get ripped, but don't want to eat the same boring food every single day, this video's for you. Let me tell you a story. Around 3 months ago, I looked at my plate and thought, so if I want to get lean, then I have to throw every single thing on that plate out and started to eat like a monk, huh? Because on one hand, I had that beautiful plate of shrimp tempura, which is my personal guilty pleasure. And the other hand, I got a baked salad with some protein shake and some lean chicken on it with no dressing. And for a second there, I really thought I had to choose between eating lean, dry food to get lean or just get fat in my entire life. But turns out, I don't have to pick at all. I can get both. I didn't throw away the shrimp tempuras I craved all the time, just that with that, I added something on top of it. And that small mindset shift, that's what's changed everything. You can think of your diet like a suitcase. Most people try to throw everything out and repack it with only healthy foods. And then they just quit their diet because the meat's too dry, they don't want to eat greens every day. And that's why they fail. Because that's too much change in such short period of time. But what if you can keep most of the thing that's already in the suitcase and just add the essential things that you were missing? That's the trick that I use, and I called it eat what you want, add what you need. So here's how it works. First, you make your daily diet around what's considered conventional healthy food, like lean meat, vegetables, to fill up your food volume throughout the day so you won't starve to death. Then just like how you have saved up money to buy something you want, you can now put some of those excess calories that you're saving up in the deficit into the food that you love to eat in the day. And when you're like already full and still got some spare calories to play around, you're more likely to not overreach on your daily calorie intake. This gives you enough protein to gain and recover muscle with good training, and still enough volume food like potatoes, fruit, vegetables to keep you full. And after all that, if you're still in a calorie deficit, you would inevitably reach your goal of losing body fat and changing your body composition. That's it, just simple math and some smart swap. Like the other day, I crave a bowl of ramen. I didn't say no to it. I just added a couple boiled eggs, some egg whites on the side with that boiled egg, some grilled lean chicken on the side, reduced down on the noodles, and then it makes my broth less fatty, and then track the whole thing on a calorie tracking app. And boom, I hit my protein, I stayed in the calorie limit, and I got leaner that day. I stayed in a deficit while still eating ramen. Eating ramen! The thing that almost everyone craves. I don't have to throw it out. I still reach my goals. And I'm still satisfied with my diet. That's the power of this trick. So to make this work for you, here are the only 3 main things you need to implement into your diet. Number 1, remember to track your calories. Even just roughly. You can track your calories with some popular app like MyFitnessPal. I personally use it. And if you don't know what is the amount of calories, that is actually a deficit for you so you can start losing body fat, I leave a free all-in-one calorie spreadsheet on the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Number 2, stay in a calorie deficit. Of course, like I said before, just track your calories, and if you don't know the amount of calories that actually is a deficit for you, I leave a spreadsheet down in the description below. And number 3, hit your protein in the day. Around 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is the sweet spot. And as long as you hit like these 80% of the way there, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. So now at this point, you probably think that, okay, cool, I don't have to quit my favorite food, but I probably have to do cardio 6 days a week just to burn that favorite food of mine off, right? Because there's always a catch on anything. And that's where most people mess up. Let's talk about the gym side of things. and how training for fat loss for young men is not what you think it is. Because when I first got serious about losing fat, I thought I had to become a machine. I downloaded apps after apps, even printed some workout logs, and watched YouTube trains for motivation and for me to train harder. And then I try to copy everything. Cardio every day, lifting 6 times a week, eating only 1800 calories because oh yeah, that's how I get lean. Investing in some protein shakes there and then. Buy out supplements when my sleep is still fucked up. Everything. And after doing all that, I had such low energy that I only lasted for 4 days. Energy's tanked, cravings skyrocketed, and ended up eating like 5 Kit Kat bars that my brother bought at 1 a.m. just because I can't sleep because of the starvation I'm having. And that's when I realized you don't need to do everything. You just need to track the right thing and train the smart way. Trying to track everything while you have zero experience about tracking things in the first place. It's like playing darts blindfolded with like 10 targets on the wall. Even if there's 10 targets, you most likely won't hit any of them. But if you just remove that blindfold, have one target, aim that with precision and throw it in the bullseye, you will progress way faster. And that's how fat loss works too. You're probably thinking now that, oh, I have to spam cardio every single day just to lose some body fat, right? You have to train like a beast on the treadmill. And my answer to that is yes and no. You actually need to train smart instead, especially when you're trying to build an aesthetic physique. Because here's the truth, weightlifting should be your priorities, not endless cardios. Because when you build muscle, it's like you're upgrading yourself into a stronger car. If you have a Bugatti, the Bugatti will spend more fuel than a worked up Toyota, right? So when you build up muscle, you basically spend calories just to maintain muscles in your physique. So basically you're burning calories doing nothing as you start to build muscle. So that is why weightlifting should be your priorities. With that, trains around 2 to 6 times a week, depends on how much you want to train on weightlifting. Do like full body 2 times a week or push-pull leg split, all of them will work fine. Stick to a split that you can actually stay consistently with. And with that, try to focus on form, progression, and being consistent at the gym. So focus on weightlifting first because building muscles will get you to burn calories while you're doing nothing. And for cardio, just walk more. That's what I do. I do about 8 to 10,000 steps a day. I don't need to sweat myself in the treadmill or marathon if I don't want to. And even if some days I don't want to do 8 to 10,000 steps or I don't have the time for it, just do 5K step or just go outside and take a walk. That's it. Just don't stress too much about cardio. You should save your energy on the weightlifting session because that is when you actually need to get tired and start to train hard. Instead of chasing sweat, you can reduce down on the calorie intake in your day. Try to add more volume food up and reduce down the calories. So yeah, there's a lot of ways you can do to run around on how you actually burns enough calories to be in a deficit in a day. So this isn't about perfection. So don't worry, you don't need to track everything like a pro bodybuilder or like a nutritionist. Just do these 4 main things that actually moves the needles when it comes to losing body fat. Control your calories, have enough protein in a day, lift weight first, and then just do some cardio when you want to. That's all I did, and that's probably all you need also. And yeah, I know, having the knowledge is the easy part. But the hard thing is, how do you actually implement this into your own life scenario? Because now you have known the strategy, you don't need a strict meal plan to get ripped. You just need to stay in a calorie deficit zone, eat what you want, and then add what you need on top of that diet. So how did you actually apply that into a normal day? Well, I personally don't know what your living condition are or enough context to give you one-on-one guide. Well, if you're interested, you can contact my email on description down below if you want to work with me. But here's what my day looked like. With no restriction, no starvation, just simple food that I love and works. For breakfast, I'm not really like a meal prepper or the people that prepare like 21 meals in their Sundays. Usually I just open my fridge because I live with my college roommate. I just see if there's any leftover greens that they bought, they haven't used yet. Maybe some lean meat that I got some, maybe they got some there. Any like leftover foods. I just try to cook them up. If it's like a green that I need to boil it down, then I boil it. If it's like lettuce or like tomatoes, I just throw it raw, eat it. So I just throw in every single bit of leftover greens and some lean protein and make a salad bowl. It's simple and different every day. Because who knows what my roommate's gonna throw in the fridge as leftovers. But it still ticks all the boxes for a perfect breakfast to me. An example, I could think like some random greens like cucumbers, some cabbages, and I pre-boil a little bit and throw it in the ice water. Maybe some lettuce instead of cabbage, some tomato like I said before, and then around 100 to 150 grams of lean protein like chicken breast. Maybe a fried egg on top with sunny side up for an extra flavor, and then a few splashes of a vinaigrette or a low-calorie dressing. And that's it. That's my morning breakfast bowl. I don't have it with me right here, but just imagine me eating that every day. It's like my habit right here. Just solving my own fridge leftover problem. The meals give me protein, volume, and energy without exploding my calories up. And before training, I have something that is light but high in fast carbs that gives me energy quickly before the workout. So I grab like a banana, maybe a slice of toast, or maybe a bar of Kit Kat if I'm feeling luxury. Or sometimes if I have time, I just make some eggs and have some jasmine rice over the top, right? That's classic. Just enough to fuel my workout but not get me bloated. And after the training, this is one of my first reward meals. Probably my last meal also in the day. Most of the time I will have like some stir-fried chicken and pork mixed with like vegetable if I want to bump up the volume a little bit. Like you know those Chinese stir-fries, right? And then have a bowl of rice. Maybe if I try to go low carbs that day, I'll have some vermicelli noodles. And this is the meal with a part that, oh, I'm craving this thing, I will have it. Like if I want some shrimp tempuras, I'll fry up some. Or maybe I buy some outside and then just reheat it in my air fryer. If I want a small candy bar, I'll have it. If my friend buys milk tea, I'll drink it. Or just whatever I'm craving that day. Because on the first 2 meals, I'm already full. My calories is not super bumped up, and I got a lot of calories leftovers so that I can fit around this meal that still keeps me full, still get me to eat what I want in a day and not get me burnt out. So that's the real trick. You don't need to eat clean 24/7. You don't need to cut out your favorite snacks. You just need to follow the fundamentals and build a system that is flexible. And you can stay to it consistently. And once you lock that in, 3 months of result won't feel impossible anymore. It will feel automatic to you. So look, getting ripped isn't about you suffering the most out of everyone. You don't need to eat boiled chicken 3 times a day, and you definitely don't need to live on the treadmill. The real key, just eat what you want and add what you need. Focus your workout on building muscle, not to burn calories. The diet will do that work for you. And most importantly, if your day isn't perfect, don't worry about it. Aim for consistency instead. Because if you can do the B+ version of this for every day in 3 months, you will look better than the dude who got it in the A+ level but only do it for 1 week and then gave up. If I can do it eating rice every day, having candy there and then, drinking milk tea like a fucking freak, and munching on those shrimp tempuras, then definitely you can too. And if you want more motivation, knowledge, accountability, and a brotherhood, our Aesthetic Max Academy is the perfect place for you, where a young man who has the goal of building an aesthetic physique gathers to a safe space where we can strive and not be judged. It'll be in the top link in the description down below. I'll be waiting for you on the inside. And click here to watch another video of my channel. I think